They want Israel to stand down and accept that Hamas's army of mass murderers will survive, rebuild, and repeat the October 7th massacre again and again and again, because that's what Hamas has vowed to do.
Israeli Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu has publicly confirmed for the first time that his government is arming local clans inside the Gaza Strip, a controversial tactic that has sparked backlash at home and intensified scrutiny over Israel's conduct in the ongoing war against Hamas. In a video statement posted to X on Thursday, Netanyahu said that Israel had activated powerful armed groups in Gaza on the advice of security officials to bolster its operations against Hamas. The admission follows accusations from former Defense Minister Avigdor Lieberman, who earlier in the day accused Netanyahu of covertly weaponizing criminal groups to fill gaps in the Israeli military's operations.
Prime Minister, just a question. Lieberman published a secret security information for political gain. Your comment?
Well, that's very serious. Because what did Lieberman leak? What did he publish? That, on the advice of security officials, we operated clans in Gaza that oppose Hamas. What's wrong with that? It's only good. It only saves the lives of IDF soldiers. And the claim that this publication only benefits Hamas.
The Prime Minister's remarks refer to Palestinian militias, many of which are clan-based and led by long-standing local power brokers. Among the most prominent is the so-called Popular Forces, led by Yasser Abu Shabab in the southern city of Rafah. The group reportedly operates with the tacit approval of the Israeli military and is said to consist of around 100 armed men. Though Netanyahu framed the move as a strategic effort to undercut Hamas's influence from within, critics say the decision could further destabilize an already fragmented and suffering population. Israeli newspaper Haaretz had previously reported on these armed factions, calling them the Anti-Terror Service. But this marks the first official confirmation from the Israeli government. Sources in Gaza say the armed groups have recently played a role in guarding aid convoys bound for new distribution hubs operated by the US and Israeli-backed Gaza Humanitarian Foundation, GHF. However, humanitarian organizations and local witnesses accuse the clans of exploiting the crisis, committing crimes, and siphoning off desperately needed supplies.
This move amounts to outsourcing warfare to criminal enterprises. This is not counterterrorism. This is chaos management.
Netanyahu's declaration comes amid a brutal new wave of Israeli airstrikes that killed at least 52 Palestinians across the besieged enclave on Thursday, adding to the death toll in a conflict that has pushed Gaza's population to the brink of mass starvation. Since last week, more than 100 people have reportedly been killed at aid distribution centers, with Israeli troops accused of opening fire on Palestinians attempting to collect food on at least 4 occasions. Al Jazeera's Hamda Salhout, reporting from Amman, noted the deepening political divide within Israel.
The Israeli opposition claims that there was no consultation within the government or cabinet about arming these groups. There's a growing alarm that Israeli weapons are ending up in the hands of unsanctioned militias inside Gaza.
International condemnation continues to mount over the rising civilian death toll and the worsening humanitarian crisis. Rights groups are demanding accountability for what they describe as deliberate targeting of aid efforts, while questions swirl around the opaque structure and oversight of the Gaza Humanitarian Foundation, whose security arrangements have now been linked to these armed clans. As Netanyahu doubles down on his strategy to defeat Hamas at all costs, critics warn that empowering non-state actors could backfire, entrenching warlordism in Gaza and undermining Israel's long-term security objectives. The Israeli government has not responded to further inquiries regarding the scope of the clan-based militias' role or whether additional groups have been similarly activated.